Hello, my name is Chloe,
And my name is Angel.
and today we are going to present our performance task about biodiversity.
Biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the variety of living species on Earth, including plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi, and including the geographical locations they are found in.
The diversity of species is not evenly distributed throughout the planet because life depends on many factors, including geography. For example, the tropical regions support more life than the polar regions. Scientists measure biodiversity by genetic, species, and ecosystem levels. Genetic diversity is basically the variety of species expressed at a genetic level by each individual in a species. No two individuals belonging to the same species are exactly similar. For example, in the species of human beings, each human shows a lot of diversity in comparison to another human. People living in different regions show a great level of variation. Species diversity. It is the biodiversity observed within a community. It stands for the number and distribution of species. The number of species in a region varies widely depending upon the varied environmental conditions. For example, it is usually observed that civilizations residing near water bodies show more species than the one compared to the areas away from water bodies. Ecological biodiversity. It defines the diversity observed among the ecosystems in a particular region. Different ecosystems, like coral reefs, forests, deserts, and etc., show a great variety of life forms residing in them. Now that we know the different types of biodiversity, let us look at the importance of biodiversity.
Why is it so important? Biodiversity provides the food we eat, from the microorganisms that helps grow our food, from the pollinators which gives us fruits and nuts, to fish which have been our main protein for generations. Many of our medicines are from plants, and trees protect us from flooding, and reefs and mangroves protect us from storm surge. Biodiversity is important for sustaining life on Earth because it prevents any one species from throwing the balance of nature out of order. It maintains the balance of nature so that nothing can become too powerful and therefore bad to everyone else. But biodiversity is declining right now. Biodiversity has declined in the past. A total of 5 major extinctions happened before. Ordovician-Silurian extinction happened 440 million years ago. Species made extinct, 85%. The extinction was most likely a result of global cooling and reduced sea levels, which dramatically impacted the many marine species.
Devonian extinction happened 365 million years ago. Species made extinct, 75%, often referred to as the age of fish, although by this time animals had begun to evolve on land. The majority of life swam through oceans. This was until vascular plants such as trees and flowers likely caused a second mass extinction. As plants evolve roots, they turn rock and rubble into soil. This ran into the world's oceans, causing algae to bloom into an enormous scale. These blooms created giant dead zones, which algae strips oxygen from water, suffocating marine life. Species that are unable to adapt to the decreased oxygen levels and lack of food died.
Jurassic extinction happened 250 million years ago. Species made extinct: 96% marine life, 70% terrestrial life. This extinction event, often referred to as the Great Dying, is the largest to ever hit Earth. It wiped out some 90% of all the planet's species and decimated the reptiles, insects, and amphibians that roamed on land. What caused this catastrophic event was a period of rampant volcanism. This released a large amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, causing a greenhouse effect that heated up the planet. As a result, weather patterns shifted, sea levels rose, and acid rain beat down on the land. In the ocean, the increased levels of carbon dioxide dissolved into the water, poisoning marine life and depriving them of oxygen-rich water.
Triassic-Jurassic extinction happened 210 million years ago. Species made extinct 80%. The Jurassic period erupted in new diverse life and dinosaurs began to populate the world. Unfortunately, numerous volcanoes also erupted, causing a huge volcanic rift in the middle of the planet. Volcanoes release enormous amounts of carbon dioxide, driving climate change and killing 90% of life.
KPG extinction happened 66 million years ago. Species made extinct: 75%. Paleogene extinction, better known as the day the dinosaurs died, crash landed into what is today Yucatan, Mexico. An asteroid plunged into Earth. The impact would have scorched all the land and ended the 180 million year reign of the dinosaurs on Earth. What followed the impact were months of blackened skies, caused by debris and dust being hurled into the atmosphere. This prevented plants from absorbing sunlight, and they died out and broke down the dinosaurs' food chains. It also caused global temperatures to plummet, plunging the world into an extended cold winter. Many species that could fly, burrow, or dive to the depths of the ocean survived. For example, the only true descendants of the dinosaurs living today are modern-day birds.
Today, we are the Cenozoic era in the Quaternary period and epoch, which is the Holocene extinction. There are many reasons why biodiversity is declining. Some of them are anthropogenic, meaning caused by humans. Some of them are from the acronym HIPPO, H, habitat loss. This occurs when a particular area is converted from usable to unusable habitat. Industrial activities, agriculture, mining, deforestation, and water extraction are all central causes of habitat loss. I, invasive species. When an animal, plant, or microbe moves into a new area, it can affect the resident species in several different ways. New species can parasite or predate upon residents, hybridize with them, compete with them for food, bring unfamiliar diseases, modify habitats, or disrupt important interactions.
P. Pollution. The discharge of toxic synthetic chemicals and heavy metals into the environment has a huge impact on species, abundance, and can lead to extinctions. It's important to remember that substances that are natural can become polluted when they are too abundant in a certain area. Overpopulation. Overpopulation growth and increasing resource consumption affect biodiversity in two ways. They create pressure to convert wildlife habitat into agricultural and urban land, and they produce wastes that pollute habitat and poison wildlife. Overexploitation. The unsustainable use of natural resources and overexploitation, which occurs when harvesting exceeds reproduction of wild plant and animal species, continues to be a major threat to biodiversity. Climate change also may be the cause of the decline of biodiversity. It changes the temperature, affecting the survival of species.
What must we do now to slow down the crisis? We must cut down our carbon emissions and use water and land wisely to make space for natural environment to strive. We need to protect the natural environment whenever and however we can. Sometimes this can be as easy as giving plants and animals the space they need to survive. Now that we know about biodiversity, we can conclude that it is very important. We need to be able to protect and care for it so that we can have a safe and better future.
And this is our performance task about biodiversity. Thank you for watching.